as far as I said already, Chinese is most interesting country from the point of view of sea buckthorn. And Professor Karen Wen would like to represent us the update progress of sea buckthorn breeding in China. She is with National Sea Buckthorn Center. Professor Wen, the floor is yours, and 20 minutes, please.
Yeah. Dear sea buckthorn friends, both good morning and afternoon. Yes. On behalf of the breeding team of our sea buckthorn, I would like to have a topic of the update progress of sea buckthorn breeding in China. Very glad to have the chance to share the information about the achievements, breeding achievements and activities in different stages in China. The sea buckthorn breeding research activities began in 1985 can be roughly summarized into the following three stages. The first stage is from 1985 to 2000. The second stage is 2000 and to 2012. The third stage is from 2012 to now. Now, in the first stage, we have did two things. The first, we did the prevalence study and the individual selection of species in China. During this time, we have get 8 better prevalence, mainly from, sorry. Yeah. Mainly from the census central distribution areas, just like this. Inner Mongolia, Shanxi, and Hebei province. This is also the place from the Qinghai province. And at the same time, during this time, we got the 8 female individuals and 2 male individuals for the pollination trees. But up to now, only 2 males still in propagation and used for the cross breeding. During the first stage, we did the second job is superior varieties introduction and selection. And from 19th last century, more varieties introduced from the former Soviet Union and Mongolia and also the North Europe. Mostly the introduced materials were seeds. And then we did the selection from their seed offspring population. During that time, we got about 10 individuals are selected from this population, like Liaofu number 1, Liaofu number 2, and also Chuanxiu, like this. The important sense, Shenqiu Hong is a good varieties that time selected. Most of the introduced varieties showed a better adaptability, especially at the beginning at this place, the northeast of China, because they have the similar climate, similar their original economic conditions. But up to now, the Shenqiu Hong is only varieties and widely promoted mainly in the northeast and also in Xinjiang Autonomous Region. This is roughly of China in the first stage, what the job and achievement we get. This is Gobi in Xinjiang Autonomous Region. This is a place. This is autumn, a very big harvest. Now, the China's second stage is from the 2000. We mainly did the crossing breeding for special goals in China. Why is the crossing in China? Because in China, we now the farmland is very limited. No farmer land or good land for the sea buckthorn cultivation. And the second reason is introduced varieties are limited in the northeast areas, smaller areas. And the third is because the heterosis is evident between Mongolica and the Sinensis. This is the three different populations. There's a female from Chivskaya and the Sinensis, one of the Sinensis. This is from Salenaya, also another Sinensis for the male parent. This is the Wulan Shaling introduced from the Mongolia. There's a different three hybrid population. From this population, we have selected several good individuals. The first in China, we did the breeding for the leaf use types of selection. The Sebaceous leaves have the three main usages. First, it is the raw material for the tea, Sebaceous tea. Second is the flavonoids and other compounds can be extracted from it. Third, it's a good feed for the livestocks. In beginning of the century, we selected 5 individuals were selected for the leaf use types. But now, this one, the Zaxiong U #1, is promoted and the cultivation. They have this varieties has passed the regional test from the northeast to the far west of China. It performs very both the leaves and the productivity and also the adaptation. Yes, in order to get more information to better for the Sebaceous leaves development in future, we also did the analysis for the Sebaceous species and subspecies distributed in China. This is the subspecies, Sinensis, Yunnan, Mongolica, Turkestanica, different. This is Xinjiang Autonomous Region. This is Tibetan, Genetics, Salicifolia, Neurocarpa, Tibetan, Tibetana. Yeah, this is selected individuals. We do the analysis for the flavonoids, paleophos, and polysaccharides, and the anecdotes. This result will prevent the organisms for the future hybridization and selection for the leaf types breeding. During the second stage, we also did the breeding for another purpose, for the economy types utilization. We selected during this time about over 10 individuals from these 3 hybridization population. Up to now, we have 5 varieties have passed the regional test. They also have the good performance in every test places. This is our first stage, and the second stage we have did the job. And now I'm going to the third. Yeah, look a picture. This is we selected the hybrid individuals. This is selected from the Fuxian Liaoning province. This is the second hybrid population. This is from the Inner Mongolia. Good individuals. Yes, we also did the fruit analysis for these individuals. This is much better. The weight of 100 berries is much better than Chinese Sinensis, and this chemical compounds is better than the Russia introduced varieties. This is important and good. I think they have the protection in future, this one. is a delicious, very good, just like the grape. Yeah. The next stage is the third stage from the 2012 to now. And we finished 2 jobs. One is the new varieties introduced from Russia. At the end of 2013, 22 kinds of the new selected 5 materials or varieties were introduced from the Savanko Research Institute of Horticulture, Russia. In the spring of the 2014, we were cultivated respectively to the places from northeast to the far west. That performs do well. This place is growing best. Number 1, this place is this is a Gobi place. Gobi place. This is the how to say, black soil areas. Black soil. This is the semi-arid regions, and this place is a central losses plateau. This is a high and cold areas. So this is the experimental study. All these materials has been done for 8 years. The result showed this. They have a very good performance. They also have the good adaptability to local conditions, and also the fruit features, and also the productivity. This we introduce the 22 varieties of materials. Now, based on the years of research, we classified and summarized this 22 into different types. The larger fruit, 11 of them are larger fruits, 12 of them are the high production fruit, and 6 are high oil, and high flavonoids, high carotene, high K-bractose. This is all types. Only one, this is the male. The number 6 is the male plant. The common features introduced to Cibax varieties are better adaptability, vigorous growth, and high yield. Especially in northeast places and the Xinjiang Autonomous Region, the far east and far west of China. In the third stage, the second job we did is the regional test results for the superwell hybrid varieties. The 4 hybrid varieties we selected, together with the introduced varieties with the cultivation from the east to the west. 4 of them are females, and 1 is a male plant. This is the Zatsu number 1 is a female. This is their features. We did this because there are different places that have the different yard, different oil content, and everything like this. This is Zatsu number 1, and this is Zatsu number 10. Number 10 is a red fruit, and also delicious. This is number 12. This is number 54. This is very, very good. I like it very much. Now, in this stage, the third job we are doing now. This is two projects we have finished. This is we are doing now. Doing now the superior individual selection in natural population and the new crossbreeding with different parents. Now in China, the Cibox species and the subspecies, these resources are richer. So do the selection from their natural forest in different places or different population will be always the part of our breeding program. The first, we did the superior individual selections. We had a different from the different natural forest for the different individuals. Synthesis, we also from the synthesis distribution, the bigger areas, Shanxi, Gansu, Qinghai, Liaoning, Inner Mongolia, and so on. Mongolica, we just do it in Xinjiang Autonomous Region. The Turkestanica is the Xinjiang Autonomous Region and the Xinjiang and the Tibetan Autonomous Region, because they have the very rich natural forest population, natural forest, Cibox forest. The select, how to say, goats will have the bigger fruit and the high yield and the red color, lesson source, vigorous growth. At least every year we about have the 10 excellent single plants can be selected every year. This is the forest growth, natural population, Gansu province, Qinghai, that's Qinghai, this is Shanxi, the bigger areas distribution synthesis. This is the Liaoning province. This is the Turkestanica. Turkestanica mainly distributed in the Xinjiang, south of Xinjiang region, and also the Tibetan. We did the selection. This is our first stage, first job. The second job, this is in the formal autumn, we do the selection, and then next spring, we just did the hardwood cuttings for selected individuals. The second we now doing now is crossbreeding. Have done 2 years now, taking different varieties in parents, female parents also take the introduced varieties, Cibox varieties, and also the male parents, father parents is also use the synthesis. Maybe future we use the unanesis. Unanesis has a very good chemical features, so we may be in future. That's all for one word, and it's a long process to get a variety and a long time to get a variety for cultivation. Where whether by selection in natural population or crossbreeding between different parents combination. The new stage of breeding work in China has just started. After 10 or more years, more promising new varieties will be selected and meet market demand. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Wen. Very, very interesting presentations. Colleagues, please ask as much questions as possible. Who would like? At the moment, I do not see. Okay, I see everybody of you. Please raise your hands and ask questions to Professor Wen.
Yuri, there's one question in the chat written from Anna Scheiner. The question is, are there plantations for pure leaf harvesting in China? And are these male plants or special varieties? And
now,
how many shrubs per hectare are growing?
Yeah, the May cultivation varieties is Shenqiu Hong, a very good variety. And it's planting 有多少亩啊？这个深秋红。Let me take 150万亩。
Miss Wen, and the question
Oh,
was,
yeah. Let me see. 那就是100,000 hectare. 100,000 hectare.
100,000
Yeah, hectares. Mainly
only
distribute
male plants for leaves.
only the cultivation. How to say cultivation garden for 深秋红.
The question was regarding male plants. Do you have any plantations completely established by male plants for leaves production?
Leaf production. Oh, no special for leaf production. But we have the leaf varieties.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Colleagues, do you have any questions? Professor Wen, I would like to ask you, do you have information how many scientific centers in China are involved in breeding program on sea buckthorn?
You mean now? Not many, just 30 people.
30 people?
Yeah. Mainly very concentrated. Just the Shanxi, mainly sea buckthorn distribution areas, provinces, their organizations have did the sea buckthorn breedings. But now some companies, there are sea buckthorn companies that have their sea buckthorn plantation orchard, and they also do some selections also.
Okay, and if you don't mind, I would like to ask you another question. Okay, as I know, in Heilongjiang province, a lot of plantations established by Russian varieties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what do you think at this region, Russian varieties compared to Chinese varieties? Do they have some advantages or not?
You mean special in the Heilongjiang. Now in Heilongjiang is mainly cultivated the sea buckthorn only the bigger fruit introduced from the Russia or selected from the Russia spray population varieties. No synthesis, no others, no synthesis. Because the Heilongjiang is no natural sea buckthorn distribution area.
Okay, and just for clarification, you mentioned about 100,000 hectares of sea buckthorn, yes? 100,000
hectares, yeah. For 深秋红.
Of industrial plantation of your varieties, yes? Not wild bushes, but your varieties, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We selected the varieties we selected.
Okay, it's quite a few, yes, quite a few.